Hi, man. Congratulations on the win. Was that the best finish of your career?
No.
You didn't think so?
Nah. I think, man, I would have to say the best finish of my career, top two finishes is either Shogun and I'm gonna give three. Shogun, Madison Square Garden with Corey Anderson and Saitama Super Arena with Yushin Okami. Just because of when you talk about when I first started fighting, you know, I used to watch all the Pride fights, and every time you used to talk about, the Saitama Super Arena in Tokyo, and that's the biggest thing. And when you come to the States, Madison Square Garden, Cinderella Man, that's what you think about. And, Shogun being a legend in the sport and stuff, yeah.
It's kind of crazy to go from those two arenas to the UFC Apex, right, with no crowd and everything like that.
Still, it is what it is. You put me somewhere, you put me in a phone booth, I'll take a fight in the phone booth.
So this fight was meant to happen a while ago, right? And then obviously...
Man, to be honest, no, it wasn't supposed to happen a while ago. I was supposed to fight somebody else. I woke up on a Thursday, and I was supposed to be fighting that following week. And, the Thursday when I woke up from a nap, they said I'm fighting Alonzo Menifield. So I came in. Fortunately, I couldn't fight just because of the whole COVID situation. Went back to Knoxville, started training again, maintained, and came back this week and did my job.
Out of curiosity, how did you feel during the whole COVID stuff? Did you have any symptoms or anything, or was it just...
No, I didn't have a symptom at all. It's hard, man. Being a fighter is hard. I tell people sometimes, people was telling you, well, you need to be careful, wear your mask, do this, do that. I'm a fighter, I can't go into training half-ass. I got to go into training full speed. If I go into training half-ass, I'm going to get a half-ass result when I get in the octagon. So I couldn't do that. So, I knew there was a possibility of me possibly, getting COVID. To be honest, I wanted COVID like 2 months ago, so it can be in and out of my system. So, but it is what it is. But I got the job done tonight.
So today, when fights start dropping off the card for late night COVID, are you looking at the phone being like, please don't ring?
Oh man, look, I'm telling you, the whole panic thing is just like, okay, when I did that at home COVID test last week, I was like, okay, cool. Didn't hear nothing, negative result. Got here Tuesday, didn't hear nothing, negative result. During weigh-ins, same thing, negative result. This, you cleared, I was good, and I was like, thank you. Now I'm trying to look at my trainers and be like, okay, look, I had negatives. Pretty much I know my trainers have negative, but, I was like, the last thing I need is for me to be walking out there by myself and all my trainers test positive or something. But everything worked out. Everything worked out perfectly.
You said on the broadcast you wanted to get back in there again before the end of the year. Do you have a month in mind or a name in mind or anything like that?
Not a name yet, but definitely not October. Shooting more to November, December.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
When that last fight got canceled on fight day, how emotionally draining was that for you?
It wasn't at all. My whole mentality is it wasn't emotionally draining just because I thought about it. I was like, either there's nothing I can do about it. So if I was trying to force something about it, okay. Or if I was trying to, sway myself around it, okay, what can I do? How can I do this? It's me trying to have control over it. Situations like that, I don't have control over it. So my mentality was F it. So, it's just to be honest, we were in the room just laughing the whole time. It's just, well, we're not fighting. So what are we going to do? We bought a plane ticket, went back to Knoxville the next day. Monday was right back at the gym working again.
How soon do they call you after that to say, hey, we got you immediately rebooked?
Well, to be honest, they wanted me to fight the following week, and I was like, look, I just carb loaded. I have all the sodium in me. Technically, I'm supposed to be water loading right now. Just give me an extra week, and we'll be good. So they said the following week, and we was like, we'll take it.
Talk us through that finish. You said that it was a strike that you like to do all the time when you're stepping back and you get that left hook. So with that's a lot of precision. That's not, how much is that is power and how much is that precision and the right timing?
The thing about it is I generate a lot of power regardless. I got powers in my hands, I got powers in my feet. But at the same time, from that position, I see everything coming. And, Alonzo's a power puncher, and he overcommitted. And when he overcommitted, left himself open. And his chin was just staring right at me, and I just landed perfectly. It's kind of like the same thing that happened when I fought Shogun.
Are you a guy that likes stats? You know, what does it feel like when they throw that stat out and say, hey, you got the most light heavyweight finishes?
I mean, to be honest, it don't mean anything to me. But at the same time, it lets you know that, like, when you talk about a light heavyweight division, when you put my name in there, you're gonna be like, wow, you know, Vince got all these stats for real. I really don't think about it either. So, but it's cool having the most finishes in the light heavyweight division.
I know you've never been one to really call out and talk trash about everybody, but now that it seems that you're trending back in the right direction, you got the wins back under your belt, are there names that you've been looking at, you're like, hey, this is somebody I've always wanted to kind of get opposite? Are there names on the list of who you'd maybe like to fight in the next couple of fights?
I can't even think about it. You know, usually when that happens, I talk to my trainer, Eric Turner. He's like, hey, look, if this is the best fit for you, it's good. Even like I was supposed to fight a Russian guy before I fought Alonzo. And when I got the phone call, well, actually, when I looked at the email, it was basically locked and loaded already. So, you know, he knows me better than I know myself. So whatever he says, that's what I'm doing.
Awesome. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Going back on the fight cancellation, so you got tested twice that week? Because it seemed like everybody thought there was rumblings that you tested positive and then you're at the weigh-ins. And
Nah, you know, you get a lot of false positives too. So, you know, I tested negative, and I took one test and it came back positive, and I think that was a false positive. Then I took another one, it came back negative, and then after that, I took another one, it came back positive.
so you took 4.
Yeah. So it's just it's one of them things where like when you taking those tests, to be honest, what they've been telling me is they almost like 60% accurate. But you know, this whole COVID thing, I don't even know about it. I just like, for me, it's kind of flaky sometimes, you know.
Do you think you even had it? Because they tell you...
I tested a positive for the antibodies, so I knew it was in my system, but I couldn't transmit it or anything. But, you know, the Nevada State Commission, they need to see a negative result.
And then they sent you on a commercial plane back home?
No, we had to buy our own plane ticket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We had but you see, even though I was in a commercial plane, I did my quarantine, and my antibodies tested positive. So since my antibodies tested positive, which it tells you that basically I had COVID at one point in time, and I can't transmit it anymore. So I did my 14-day quarantine. That was good.
Obviously they felt you're good to fight tonight, and
everything came back negative. So obviously I was happy.
And you kicked some butts. So congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you.